Hi everyone, welcome back to Pink Tutu Tarot. So today's reading is, it's a special one. What I'm doing is I'm asking your spirit guides to essentially work through my spirit guide and provide a message that they really, really want you to know. So I don't know if you talk to your spirit guides or your passed on loved ones, your ancestors, but I talk to mine all the time. And I hear from them, sometimes clairaudiently, sometimes clairvoyantly, sometimes with cards, and sometimes through videos like this, believe it or not, other readers' videos. They'll tell me to watch, a certain video and the message will come through and I'll know it's for me. And so I felt called to do this video for you. So, prior to, hitting record, I meditated, I called in your spirit guides, I asked my spirit guide to be sort of the gatekeeper to, collect the messages and funnel them through so that they can come through and work for you in the most concise way possible, for a general reading, obviously. So I've already pre-shuffled decks. We'll see what ones I'm going to use as we go along. But to start off with, I'm starting with this. It's an Alice in Wonderland deck, tarot deck. So I've already pre-shuffled, but while I was pre-shuffling, I was connecting with your guides, your ancestors, the people who help you from the other side. But now I just want to connect a little bit with you to make sure our energies are in sync. So give me just a second. Let's see where this reading is going and what messages we have. Okay, the first card is lead the way. Be a leader. Show others how it's done. You can help others. The next one is who in the world are you? Getting to know the new you. And the third one is growing up, wanting to grow in experience and rejection of perpetual youth. Let's see if I can get this to stand here. Okay. So what I'm getting from these cards is your guides know, and you probably sense this as well, that you're evolving. You're moving into a new phase of your life, in a new phase of who you are. You're growing up. You're figuring out who you are in this world and what you're meant to do and who you're meant to be. And in doing that, in learning that path for yourself, you're opening yourself up to being able to help others on their path as well. All right, I'm going to pull some more cards. All right, they're asking me to go to these postcards from Spirit deck. Let's see what else they have to say for you. What else? What other messages do we have for the watchers of this video? What do their spirit guides want them to know? What do they wish they could just send them a telegram, send them an email, a text message, and tell them. Telegram. I don't even know where that came from. Oh, someone is fairly older over there. They're a little behind the times, but it's all good. They know what's going on in your life. All right, thank you, Spirit. All right, on this side of the card, I just want you to know what it says. It says, you are divine beauty. Dear you, The simple yet powerful law of cause and effect means everything is in relationship. Every action on earth has a consequence, and even in the spirit world, there is a consequence for every action taken on your behalf. Right now, you're facing conditions that were set in motion by past decisions. Consequences are coming into being in your favor. Gosh, I'm getting chills as I'm reading that. My whole body just broke out into goosebumps. They will remind you that making good choices and listening to your intuition pay off. If some things are a little off and uncertain, know that whatever you are facing, you can step beyond it just by using your imagination and acting on that instead of reacting to what is being presented. Everything you think and do has far-reaching reverberations in the web of life. Move to higher ground and have faith that what goes around comes around. The universe is always self-correcting anyway. Isn't that amazing? And then a final message. How we adore you. And they do. They wouldn't be here right now if they didn't absolutely adore you. So it's a little bit of a message as you're going through this transformation that you have a part to play in this. You know, it isn't all, we all like to believe a little bit in fate and destiny and things are meant to happen. And I believe that also, but I do believe we have a part to play in our path and in our growth. And part of that responsibility on us is to stay positive, because good things can only come through positive energy. When we're not feeling positive, when we're feeling upset or angry or resentful or jealous or depressed, I don't mean clinical depression, but just feeling like a victim, we close our energy down so tight that they can't get through. And when they can't get through, good things can't open up and blossom for you. So stay positive. Stay open to possibility. All right, got another deck here for you. I'm going to pull another card, see what else they have to say for you. It's a really, really loving energy that's here right now. It's very peaceful but eager at the same time. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's how it feels to me. Like they're really excited to be able to talk to you, but at the same time they're calm about it. Like they know you're listening. They know you're paying attention. They're not worried about getting the message through. They know they're going to. They know you're going to listen. They know you have been listening, and you know you have too. But they're really excited to be able to express it in this way right now. So I hope that brings you some peace, some happiness. All right. What other messages do you have? All right. The card is perception. A couple things you want to notice in this card. One, the woman in the card is holding a mask and she has it pulled off of her face. And in the upper corners, we have the theatrical, happy, comedy, tragedy mask. And what they're telling me to tell you about this card is you have a choice. And I know it doesn't always seem like that, and it's not always as easy as it sounds, just choose to be happy. That's very Pollyanna, I get it. But the reality is, you do have a choice. There are ways that you can turn your energy around when it's kind of going in the wrong direction. For me, it's listening to some really fun music, music that makes me want to dance. When I do that, instantly, I don't care what mood I was in, it changes. Or getting out into nature. If I go out into nature and I don't care if it's a squirrel, if it's a bird, when I see wildlife out in nature, my whole energy changes. You know what those things are for you. And it may be the same things, it may be something different. For some of you, they're telling me, for some of you, it's pulling cards yourself. Just pull, if you're a tarot card reader, just even for yourself, if you have cards or oracle cards, sometimes just pulling them for yourself when you're in a rut, will open you up, open up that energy and sort of let that negativity leak out and go back to Mother Earth where it belongs. So you do have a choice, and it's not always easy, but the goal is keep the mask off. Don't pretend who you are. You know, as you're going through this movement, as you're going through this growth, keep the mask off and be true and honest. But at the same time, focus your attention. If you look at this card, she's looking up in the direction of the happy face. Focus your attention on the happy as much as you possibly can. All right. Got more cards for you. They got more they want to tell you. All right. Thank you, Spirit Guides. Please show me what else you want your wonderful loved ones to know. They're telling me that you can already see this in your heart. This message may not be groundbreaking for you, right? You see it in your heart, but somehow hearing it and knowing it's coming from someone who has got your back, who loves you unconditionally, who is there for you through thick and thin and will never judge you, hearing this message from them, you know it's true. And it resonates, and it settles kind of in your bones a little bit in a way that suddenly it's possible. Message in a bottle. They are trying to get messages to you. Some of you, I'm sure, can hear your guides. Sometimes all the time, sometimes only some of the time. Some of you can hear them. Some of you can hear them and you don't realize it. You're not believing. But you need to believe. They're saying, it's us. It's me. I'm talking to you. Please believe. Because when you believe, then they're encouraged to do more. They're encouraged to talk to you more. When you don't believe, they've got to find other ways to get your attention and to get messages to you. So other ways they get messages to you, feathers. You know, we've all heard that before. But believe it. And, you know, if you look online, different color feathers have different messages. So Google that. When you find a feather, Google it and see what the different colored feathers mean. But, you know, synchronicities, signs. Sometimes it's just a song on the radio and you're like, wow, that song just gave me chills. Or, you know, that song just made me cry. Or that song just made me so happy. When you get an emotional and sometimes even physical reaction to something, that is your spirit guide shaking you and going, please listen to me. I'm trying to talk to you. All right, they want me to pull another card from this deck. There's more they want to tell you. Thank you to everyone who is bringing these messages through. We all appreciate it. And this one is no place like home. So the person talking to you may be, or the person coming through today, may be an ancestor of yours or a passed on loved one. I'm seeing the word father right now. So for some of you, it's a father or grandfather. But it's someone who has a connection to your family in some way. For others of you, it is a spirit guide, but they're wanting you to know that they see you at home. They're bringing you peace in your home. And if right now you're in a situation where maybe your home is not very peaceful, they're urging you to look for them when things are rocky, when things are challenging, especially at home. Look for them, ask for them, talk to them. They're there for you. All right, they want me to pull another one of these. Guess they like this deck. I like this deck too. This deck is the Wisdom of the Oracle. Sometimes they tell me to split the deck, sometimes they don't. I just do what they say. All right, never-ending story. So what they're telling me with this card is that there are certain cycles that you tend to get stuck in. You certain situations that you find yourself in over and over and over again. Like you get into a situation, you pull yourself out, and then somehow you wind back up into it. And they want you to move past it. There's a saying, and I know I'm going to butcher it, but there's a saying something like, I've been here before. And the other person says, yeah, but you've never been beyond here. You've never been past here. So they want you to get past where you are. They want you to get past this feeling that you see this girl. You can see it visibly, what she's feeling. It's time to move past that. And how do you do that, right? We all have certain triggers that just wreck us. They bring us into dark holes, and they affect our mood, and we react to it in all the wrong ways. And we know that because this is a never-ending story. It happens over and over and over. When you know what your triggers are, okay, even if you don't know what your triggers are, when you find yourself in that position, step back and go, okay, what happened? Why am I feeling this way for real? Why am I feeling this way? What happened? What triggered me? That's the first step to moving beyond it. When you know what triggered you, then the next question is, okay, what different way could I have reacted? Even if it doesn't feel possible at the time or rational, when you're feeling better, it will make more sense. Tell yourself next time you're going to react a different way, and know ahead of time how you're going to react, so that when it happens, that reminder plugs in and you go, oh God, I don't want to react that way. I really want to tell this person off, or I really just want to cry my face off, or whatever it is. But I promised myself I would try. The trick is to try. The trick is to move beyond this. Otherwise, you're just going to keep repeating these cycles, and it will be a never-ending story. And they don't want that for you. You're growing up. You're moving on. And when you master this, granted, we never fully master it. Once you get over one set of triggers, you're going to move into some new ones. It's all about growth. But as you grow and you learn and you master this act of letting things go and moving beyond them, you're going to be in a position to help others. And really, that's a gift. It's just a gift to be able to help others. It really, really is. All right. Got another deck for you. All right. What other messages do you have for my watchers today? What do you really want them to know? Please bring your messages through. Share them with my guide, and he will share them with me. Thank you. All right. Your card is the Oracle. It says, seek wisdom and guidance from elders. They want you to keep coming to them for help. That's what they're there for. They're there to help you and guide you. And I used to think, when I first really embraced the idea of spirit guides, and I've always believed it my whole life, but when you really start to think about it and internalize it, I thought, so what, we're just puppets? We're just doing whatever they say? And no, we're not. We're absolutely not. We have free will. You can choose to ignore them. You can choose to do whatever you want. They're here to help you grow so that you get the most out of this lifetime, and you can contribute the most in this lifetime. And that's their one and only goal. They want you to be happy. They want you to be evolved, and they want you to, when it's time for you to leave this life, they want you to be able to say, I did good. I did good. So, watching this video is a step. If you're not used to talking to your guides and your ancestors regularly, I encourage you, please start. Please start, even if you can't hear them. By talking to them, they will find ways to answer you. You just have to be open. You just have to be open. What else do you have? All right, the black cat. They also want you to know that your luck will change soon. Things are turning around. So if you've been having challenging times, and who among us hasn't in 2020, if you're watching this in 2020, we have all dealt with challenging times. Your particular situation will be unique to anyone else's. And your guides want you to know that what you've gone through has not been an accident. It hasn't been a punishment. It hasn't been just bad luck. It's been for a purpose, and they want you to know that the wheel is turning and things are moving into your favor in a big way, because you are changing into a new person. And as you do that, and as you accept your higher calling in life, the blessings just rain down on you. It doesn't mean that you have a graced life for forever until you die. There's always going to be challenges and obstacles to overcome. But when you overcome them, that's when the gifts just pile up. You earned it, and you earned this change of luck. So stay positive. All right, you have one more in here for me? And love, true love. This is a dual message. They want me to tell you that they love you. 1,000% unconditional love. But they're also telling me that you are surrounded by love, whether you see it or not. You may be in a relationship. You might not be. You might want to be. You might not want to be. And it doesn't matter. We all have our paths in life, and whatever whatever path you choose is okay. But what you need to always be open to is love, and it doesn't have to be romantic love. Love is, walking down the street and seeing the homeless person, on the sidewalk, and giving them whatever you can, or just looking them in the eye and smiling and saying, hi, how are you? It can be, reaching out to a coworker that, maybe rubs you the wrong way sometimes. And there's some tension, and there's challenges between you. Reach out with that olive branch. Offer to take them to lunch. Offer to just go to lunch with them. Just say hi. Just be pleasant and friendly and open, and ask them about their weekend. Love is all around you, and you can be and should be a conduit for that. Share love, and love will just come back to you. It's there for you anyway. But the more love we give, the more we recognize love when it comes back to us. All right. And let's see, finally I've got some angel cards here. Let's see what else they want to say in here. They're telling me they just want one card from here. We'll see if they change their mind, but right now they're just telling me one card. Oh, here we go. All right. The card is Mystique. Keep charging ahead, and don't take no for an answer. Expect miraculous solutions to appear. So again, things are changing for you. Your luck is changing. Your life is changing. You are changing. They are moving things around in your favor. They're helping you. They're, brushing away the rocks and the boulders that are in front of you so you don't trip up. They are, removing the roadblocks and the speed bumps so that you have a smooth path. But sometimes, oftentimes, we humans, get in our own way. So they've cleared a path for us, and, we're too busy in our own heads overthinking that we stray off the path and we trip over that very rock that they moved out of our way. It's natural. It happens to everybody. And they know this. They're not judging it. It's just part of their job. But they're working on your behalf to anticipate what your next move is so that they can make it as clear and easy as possible. And if you're open to it, if you're open to their signs and their messages and their energy, you will more closely follow the path they've laid out for you. If something feels wrong, it is wrong. If you're hitting roadblock after roadblock after roadblock and things won't change, ask yourself if you're on the path that has been laid out for you, because they clear the obstacles on your path. So if you are constantly tripping over rocks and stones and brambles and boulders and you're getting so frustrated because nothing is working, guess what? You've strayed off the path. Stay on your path. Stay on the path that they're helping you with. And if you make a conscious choice you want to go on a different path, they will do their best to clear that path for you if it's in your highest good for that to happen. The other thing you want to be aware of, and they're telling me now, is you also need to know what you want to some degree, right? We don't always know exactly what we want. I have an idea of what I want my future to look like, but I don't know specifics, and that's sort of better. You get too hung up on specifics, maybe that's not the best route for you or for me. It doesn't mean that the end game won't be equally or better, equally or more magnificent than I'm imagining or you're imagining. It just might be different because we can't even conceive of all the possibilities that they have in their grasp. But if you have an idea of what you want, what you really want your life to look like on a deep level, don't take no for an answer. It comes back to that path. When you stumble, there's something you want, you're going after it, and you're like, why do I keep failing? Why do I keep coming up against closed doors and walls? It's not that you can't have what you know in your heart you're meant to have. It means that you're just going the wrong way. So stop, listen, look, ask. Ask what you can do differently. Ask where is the path? Where can I go and still achieve my dreams? And then expect miracles. Expect miracle solutions to appear, because they will. Anything else, Spirit? They just want me to remind you that they love you. They love you. And you're beautiful in every way, inside and out. And there's nothing you can't do. All right. I hope this was helpful. I hope it resonated. If it was and you want to see more videos from my channel, please hit subscribe, hit like, send me a comment. I'd love to know what's going on with you, or what resonated, or even if you know who your guides are. I would love to hear that. All right. Thanks, y'all, and have a great day. Bye-bye.